Christians get smart enough to recognize that the real issue going on here is not the flesh and blood person that you're arguing with. It's a spirit behind that person who's influencing the order of the events. And until you and I learn that that's the essence of where our battle is, we will keep on wrestling with the wrong.
Okay, so I want to start out with giving props to The Weeknd. This brother, and I like his music also, but this is about integrity. This brother was a spokesperson for the H&M brand, and when he saw this racist ad, the coolest monkey in the jungle, they decided to put that hoodie on a young black boy. Now, throughout history, black people have been associated with monkeys. We've been said to have a tail. We are commonly referred to monkeys based on us being originated from Africa. Those of us who are, I know some of you say you're from somewhere else, Europe, wherever, you new Negroes have other ways of identifying yourself. But for those of us who identify with being African, we have constantly been the butt of simian jokes, being referred to primates. Now, one thing that I want to do in today's video is not just tear H&M a new one, but I want to just show you the history of racism in advertising in the U.S. This is not something new. This is something that's been on and on. PlayStation, in 2006, they ran this ad. They pulled it, but not before it got a lot of attention. White is coming, and it shows this white woman grabbing the face of a black woman for emphasis. Another company, Intel. Multiply computing performance and maximize the power of your employees. And what do they show? They show a white man fully dressed, standing up amidst 6 black brothers bowing down to him. Of course, they're supposed to they say it's supposed to be a sprinter's pose. But the fact of the matter is, why does it have to be 6 black guys? Why can't it be a multitude of different various colors instead of just the brothers bowing down? In most workplaces, it's diversified. You don't just have black people, you don't just have white people. You have all kinds of people. Okay, M&Ms. This was, I don't blame them. I mean, there is the light brown guy is there, but it used to be a brown guy. Used to be a darker one. What happened to him? And like I said, this is not something that's new per se, people. I've always wondered, for instance, why black people smoke Newports. Not all of them, but a lot of black people smoke Newports. And back in the day, we can see as early as the 70s, Newport targeted black people. And I believe that this may even be part of the attraction. Because here they said, bold, cold Newport. Cool ain't cold. And I guess they were referring to Cools, which was another brand. I don't know if it's still around. But they're trying to say that they're cooler than cool. So cool ain't cold, Newport is. And that's part of the brainwash, folks. A lot of times when you see advertisements that are geared towards a particular demographic, it's because they want your money. It's not because it's good for you. Cigarettes give you cancer. Okay, this really threw me. Instead of using an actual Indian model, someone had the bright idea and the audacity to darken Ashton Kutcher's face for this ad. Oy vey. That's all I can say about that. Okay. I'm sure the intention was noble, but they got it wrong. Here you have this little girl, little black girl, being used in an ad for that'sabortion.com. And they say the most dangerous place for an African American is in the womb. Now, where they missed the mark with this is that blacks ain't the only ones who get abortions. So perhaps whoever did that could have tried a little harder. That's all I'll say about that. Gap. Okay. For all you Negro, African, black, colored folks who like Gap, this is what they think of you. Now, here they got the white girl leaning for support on the head of the young black girl, while the other two white models are doing gymnastics pose. Now, the reason I have an issue with this is because I remember from reading history, a lot of you say I don't do research. I do a lot of research. I read, I look at documentaries, so I know things. I don't know everything, but I know a lot of things. And one of the things that I know is during slavery times, the master would call in the young black child to come and be a foot warmer. So the young black child would lay at the edge of the bed across the master's feet so that the master could be warm during the night. And this puts me in the mind of that. And it's upsetting, very. Okay, Nivea. A lot of you use this product. Well, according to Nivea, white is purity. Really, Nivea? Let's go to our local station, NBC. Now, I can give them a pass because they do use the peacock as their logo. However, to have Terrence here as a black man and then to put more colorful next to him, I don't know. That's you're reaching, NBC. You're reaching. Okay. Someone at Dove probably should have went to the wizard for a brain before publicizing this ad. It shows a black woman who, after using Dove, turns into a sparkly white woman. What was the thinking behind this? I don't know. Okay, Dunkin' Donuts. They made a new charcoal donut and they decided to use a white woman in blackface to sell the product. Again, I don't know what they were thinking, but someone should have rethought this before they actually publicized it. Because, it's not even so much that it offends people, but there are some people who are actually hurt by these images and by these things. There are those of us who have lived through certain degrees of racism, and thus we're kind of immune to it to a certain degree because, been there, done that. But then you've got young kids growing up who haven't lived through civil rights, who still haven't learned about the things that black people have gone through. So they see things such as this and they're confused. They don't understand. And so I'm like, that's my issue. And in a lot of cases too, depending on the severity of the ad, they hurt. Now, that little black boy in the ad wearing the H&M hoodie that says the coolest monkey in the jungle, He may not have been affected by that. Obviously, someone, an adult, whoever accompanied him to the photo shoot, didn't have a problem with it. They allowed their charge or son or whatever he was to the person, their client, to pose in the ad. But I'm wondering what this boy is going to think later when he grows up and he sees this and he hears the negative commentary about it, and he's probably going to wish he never did it. This is nothing new. There's a history of black people being disrespected and used to promote products. Here we see this ad, I think it's from like the 20s. Uncle Remus, this show am good. They always, and this is what bothers me with today's ebonics, because this kind of ad just paints across the board that we black people are not in command of proper English, that we have no grammatical skills, and it's supposed to be funny. Many people think ignorance is funny. Even ignorant people think being ignorant is funny. It's not. It's not cute either. And then here, by having Uncle Remus, he was a shuffling coon that was written about in many of these little stories that they had at the time. And so they put him on syrup. Now, being African, my biggest beef is that these skin lightening products that are being sold in Africa, the motherland. And here you see an advertisement for Ambi, which is also available here in the States, stating that successful people use Ambi. Why? Because having lighter skin makes you more successful? No. No way, no how. So you go in certain parts of Africa and you can see these big, huge billboards for skin lightening. And you've got so many Africans who have jumped on that bandwagon. And I'm hurt. Another, I spoke to you guys the other day about Con Edison. Well, there's a company, and I believe they're still around, called General Electric. And they make and have made many appliances. But back in the day, this was one of their racist ads. They show a black boy eating fried chicken. And by the way, we're not the only ones who eat fried chicken. A lot of cultures eat fried chicken. Fried chicken is good, some of it. I ordered from BBQ's the other day, and I got to call them and let them know that that chicken was half raw. It wasn't cooked thoroughly. I forgot to do it yesterday, but I'm going to do it today. So I like good, fully cooked fried chicken. All right, moving on. Cream of wheat. Now, this product is still on the shelves. And once again, they have a black mascot. They have a black man for their logo. But then look, they were created in 1893. So this was very popular back then. But what you guys don't know is that they also used this ignorant advertisement that supposedly came from the guy who is the image that they used, because it's not a black-owned company. So his name is Rostas, which sounds like another slave name. But then they've got him here with all these typos and misspellings. Maybe cream of wheat ain't got no vitamins. I don't know what them things is. If they's bugs, they ain't none in cream of wheat. Well, that's good to know. But she show good to eat and cheap. Cost about 1 cent for a great big dish. You know, this makes me cringe. And no, they're not going to use it now. Of course not. This ad, I had to look for it. But that used to be the ad for the cream of wheat. Now they had a tobacco that used to be on the market. And obviously someone in their right mind got rid of it. But here it is. It's called nigger hair. Long cut tobacco. Really? I can't go there. Okay, Aunt Jemima. Remember her? Well, she doesn't look like this anymore. They gave her a makeover. But this is what the original Aunt Jemima look like. And here's the ad. It's in your town, honey. Happy Days is here. Time for delicious Aunt Jemimas made with my secret recipe, ready mixed for you. That, oh, good grief. And it didn't end there. I mean, they were actually products that have been racist over time that that you probably don't know about, or if you do and you see them, they should make you sick. Here, for instance, this little cart. It's an antique. It's probably worth a lot of money now, but it's got a black man on a cart made with watermelon wheels. I couldn't make this up. This is a fact. This is an item that someone found and made it public. There used to be a place called Coon Chicken Inn, and of course they had this as their logo. And it's not just in America. Don't be mistaken. You've got other countries jumping on the bandwagon. In Japan, of all places, here's a Japanese skin whitening ad. I'm dead. Here, well, first of all, to me, the chick on the right looks better, but not in their opinion. And the thing that amazes me about this is I've never seen a Japanese that dark to begin with. So the fact that they have skin whitening it befuddles me, because you're already white. Japanese are the whitest of the Asian races, but they use skin whitening to keep them white or make them whiter. Now, as far as the ads go, Benetton, United Colors of Benetton, stole my heart with this, because under this skin, and Kate, for those of you who don't know, we're all the same. There's a white heart, there's a black heart, and there's a yellow heart. We all bleed the same blood. We all are the same. But it doesn't help when you've got us cooning ourselves. Now, someone thought this was funny, and some things are funny, but when it comes to making fun and being disrespectful in the process, and then wondering why others feel it's okay to disrespect us, we need to rewind, because then it's not funny anymore. Just like the trend now to say the word nigga as if it's a term of endearment. There were people who died being called nigger, and because they were associated with that word. So I will never, ever accept that. I even said in one of my videos, in a book that I wrote as well called Deprogramming Black America, that there is no place in Africa called Nigger Town. There is no tribe in Africa that calls themselves the niggers. People, what we call ourselves identifies us with who we are. It's usually in reference to where we came from and our birthrights and our heritage. Let's kill that word once and for all. I'm going to end here because doing videos of this type are actually upsetting to me, and I have to actually choose my words wisely, because sometimes I forget that I'm a Christian and I want to just wild out. But I have to contain that urge, because then I may lose you instead of drawing you in. And what I want is I want advertisers, those of you who work in advertising, when you see something, say something. Somebody in that boardroom at H&M should have said, you know what, I don't know if that's going to fly. If I would have been sitting in that boardroom when they decided to put that monkey hoodie on that black boy, I would have been like, excuse me, I would have raised my hand. Hello? I have a comment. And I would have told him, I don't, that's not good. That's horrible, as a matter of fact. We got to rethink this. So, people, I'm going to do like I always do, and I'm going to end in prayer. Lord, whew, what's happening? What's happening? You said nothing is new under the sun, and Lord, now I see that. The same racist crap that we've been dealing with all these years, it has resurfaced and is rearing its ugly head once again. Lord, I ask you to show people discernment. We have it, we all have it, but some of us are not using it, Lord. So I ask you to show these corporations and people who create these ads and who approve these ads to use discernment to really look deep before they publish something that could destroy millions of people who may watch it. Our eyes take in things and we internalize it and we dwell on it, and sometimes we create ourselves based on something we've seen. If something tells us that white is better, many of us begin the process of trying to become what we think is going to be better. So, Lord, I ask you to help the people, because this is indeed a form of mind control. It's been going on for quite some time. Help them to restore and renew their minds. You say in your word that we must be transformed by the renewing of our minds. So help those of us who are easily influenced to get stronger, to learn how to love ourselves, so that when we see these wicked, stupid things, that we are not affected and we can have intelligent dialogue about it, and we can also bring about change by protesting things that are not for the betterment of society, because no one wins here, Father. The whites don't win, the blacks don't win, the Asians don't win. No one wins when we are divided. Only united can we stand. I ask these things in the mighty name of Christ Yeshua. Amen. Thank you, folks. God bless you. Oh, and for those of you, I usually don't speak after the prayer, but I need to say this. For those of you who are wondering what happened to the Trump book review video, I had to take it down, and that's all I can say about that. However, if you still care to donate to the ministry, I can still send you a PDF copy upon request. So just look to the link below. That's the ministry link. And if you click that and just say in your message, I want the book, and leave me an email, you got it. Okay. God bless.